Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? It's your boy Caleb Dunbar, the CEO Kingship Mindset. Your boy. So this live lesson, I got some bangers for you. This is the 9 reasons why listening is key. This is gonna be pretty much mind-boggling because the fact is people don't master and they don't look to even really master this fundamental thing that we all have. Some people can't listen, but unfortunately, I'm not talking about you guys who possibly can't listen, but the ones who can utilize these ears, this sense. Let's get into the details on why, is so key into doing anything you do in life to really maximize that gift. So before we even get into it even more so, I really want you guys to have a glance about me and why I'm even able to do this. I'm a life clarifier. If you don't know what that means, it's based upon knowing how to simplify things to the levels of understanding that life is very simple. We the ones who make it complicated. Hey, how do I get this task done? How do I tell? I got so much on my plate. I have product. Cool. So how to actually organize your life accordingly to get the things that you want to get done accordingly. And the gems for it, for instance, I'm a world traveler. I've been able to travel to 20 plus countries. God bless my soul. And in that process, I'm knowing how to, book tickets, get dope hotels, do tours and all this shit like that. So I got gems on that. Even more so, I got over 10 plus, life-changing live lessons like such as this one available for you guys to enjoy. A plethora of things, a podcast and stuff, self-published author, clothing line. And of course, I got some other things I got going on. So the thing about it is the real just of life clarifies the more. So I got a lot of things in life that I've done, and I got so many gems to give to you to really know how to accomplish and get shit done in your life. Make sense? So let's even more so. Let's get back to the topic hand. Listening is key. So the first thing you need to understand when listening is key. Be attentive and relax. When you're relaxed, people around you can feel you. It's pretty simple. When you give somebody undivided attention, when you actually just choose to just listen to somebody accordingly and actually be relaxed and not be tense and like, oh, you pissing me off for this and like that. No, it's just like, okay, what you got to tell me? What's going on? What's up? Talk to them in that matter and actually tune in with your ears and understand like, okay, I see what you got going on. And by doing this, you send it off a vibe like I'm open to learning things, or even more so, I'm open to whatever you're telling me. It's not going to offend me because I'm just listening. I can listen, but not accept what you're saying. I can listen and understand, but not accept it in my heart so it can really bother me. So that's the number one reason. Now, let's get even more deeper. Second reason, maintain eye contact. Maintain eye contact. This is like a lost art, unfortunate to say. Most people don't really maintain eye contact, and it's a sign of ultimate respect, but even more so, hey, I'm looking at you in your eyes. I'm looking at you in your eyes when you talk to me. I'm attentive, I'm relaxed, and I want to listen to everything you got to tell me. What's up? No distractions, no phones in my face, no nothing. It's just me and you. What's up? What's going on? What's the topic at hand? What you got to tell me? By doing that, it's the ultimate sign of respect and attention. Ultimate sign you give somebody undivided attention. But you can listen more than not with just your ears. Your eyes show that you're listening and attentive to as well. So that's the second one. That listening is key. It really gives off that vibe. Now, what do you think is the third one? What do you think is the third one? The third one, paint a clear picture. People don't understand in the sense of listening. That's the only way you can actually truly recall the discussion at hand or truly make it resonate with you to really like, what did she just say? Or what did they just say? Okay, I remember the time myself, or how can I relate to this? You got to paint the picture right accordingly and put out that information. After hearing all the details of the situation, the story, you can, pretty much see the scenario in your head, very, very, very clear. Really understand and grasp of, after listening and understanding and comprehending everything you're saying, giving my undivided attention to you, understand what you got to put out to me, giving the eye contact and understand. You see how each of these reasons are going to compile over each other to really have you be like, okay, I have a picture very clear in my head of how I want to express it to you. Here we go. Here's my feedback on that. Here's my take on that. This is my truth on that. So you see how you got to listen first with everything. Your whole face is basically a listening tool. Listen accordingly. And that's how you paint a clear picture. Even more so, what's the fourth reason why listening is clear? Even more so, get into the details, do not interrupt. You can't have a clear picture and all these things in nature throughout these reasons first if you do not interrupt. You have to not interrupt. Some people, you can't really, sometimes people react accordingly before even all the story, before that person even got all the information out accordingly. And you're like, bro, let me get to what I need to get to. Listen first. Stop interrupting me. All right, listen clearly. Did you not hear what I said? Really understand that, you become a rat if you don't act on the impulse to address everything at the moment of expression. Really think about that. How many times people around you always interrupt the fuck out of you whenever you're talking like, bro, if you don't let me finish my damn story. Or like, yo, you don't let me get everything I need to get out. so you can really understand me. Then you can interrupt me. But stop interrupting me from the beginning. It's like that. People have those urges. So be different. Be different, and you'll realize that people like that. People appreciate that. People understand when people listen to this before they talk with this. Listen more, talk less, not interrupt people. Even more so, the fifth one. The fifth key thing while listening is key. Ask questions to clarify. When you listen, you understand exactly what to ask accordingly to paint the clear picture. When you listen, you know exactly what to ask for you to grasp and dissect the information. And even more so if you want to really take it in for yourself. People tend to assume more than just asking to truly understand. When you ask questions, that's how you truly get to really let it sink into your spirit, or let it sink into understanding and apprehend. Like, damn, okay, what you telling me? What you got to tell me about this situation? Well, man, bro, I'm trying to figure out this car situation, this and like that, and all. Like, cool. Let me ask you a question, brother. Let me ask you a question. Why do you got that? Like, you just get into the details of asking some questions to really soak up the information and have a clear picture in your head. How can you play a role? How can you make the situation better? Or what are you going to do in that situation to really make an impact for that person or the people or whatever you got going on? You get the gist of what I'm saying. Asking questions boosts the clarification for what actually you're listening to make sure you heard the right thing. Really take that into account for sure. Now, even more so, number 6, keep an open freaking mind. When your mind is open, your ears are to learn something new. When your mind is open, your ears are open too as well to learn something new. Think about that. If you got a closed mind, and I'm not trying to hear all the shit you got to say. How many times a girl has to complain or a guy complains to you like that? Like, you're like, come on, man. I'm not trying to hear all that. Get it going. Get all that shit out of you. Like, all that stuff in that regard. You can't listen if your mind is open to what you want to hear. You can't listen if you're not really wanting to be in tune with what the hell is going on right around you. Really think about that. How many times have you closed your mind or you daydream or this and like that, and you didn't even know what the hell happened? What'd you say? I don't even know, man. You got to repeat all that over. You wasn't listening. You wasn't engaged. So allow yourself to be open-minded in the sense of what's being said to you, instead of closed-minded to yourself and understanding like, I ain't trying to hear all this shit. Really grasp that. Really understand that. So when people talk to you, be open-minded and listening to them truly, understanding, and let everything go into the works of how it needs to go. Hey, more so, let's get even into more detail. Number 7, try to feel what the other person is feeling. Empathy and sympathy is not common trait. It's not. And hopefully you guys know the difference between the two. Sympathy and the mechanism of understanding. Hey, man, I feel for you, man. That's an unfortunate way. Empathy is more so in like, man, I've been in that situation before, bro. It really does suck. In the sense of the two, both of them. But even more so in the sense of listening, you're trying to listen to those two type of perspectives. A lot of the times when people are talking to you in a situation to get to know somebody, you're more so in the sympathy realm or the empathy realm. We're actually trying to get to know somebody. Because the real gist of all this listening and stuff like that is to learn. You would hope that it's to learn or just to talk bullshit and not get nowhere. Really think about it, grow to that. Why is listening is key? Why is it key to you? How did it get you this far in life? Really think about that. Did you get this far and successful or not successful? Do you fucking listen or do you listen? Really grasp that. This is a fucking superpower. Listening is a superpower. Utilize it as such. And watch what happens. You become different from everybody else around you. Really think about that. You see things that other people can't see with your ears. Now, number 8, physically face the other person. Now, this is a true sign of pure, like, I'm engaged in listening to what you have to say. My body's facing towards you, not facing away from you. Really think about that. People always say, I can listen with my ears and more so. But when that person, certain people, when you give that undivided listening, you give your whole body full force into that. You can really absorb what's being put in front of you or told to you accordingly to the topic at hand or where you're trying to go. And really think about that. Facing each other is a sign of engagement and interest. It really is. Look at the pictures, When people listen and stuff like that, it's a different type of vibe of like intimacy, but even more so a different type of vibe of connection. And even more so like, damn, I feel valued. This person is taking the time to listen to me and appreciate what I got to say. Regardless if they're saying a bunch of shit or not. Treat yourself in that regard and watch how different people react towards you. Watch. Because that's how they do toward me. You can learn from anybody. And last but not least, the ninth one, where listening is key. Hearing versus accepting. Showing you understand something doesn't mean you would change your life because of it. And that's exactly what I was saying not too long ago. You can listen in regards to like, hey, I'm going to hear you out completely loud and clear. There's levels to listening. I can understand. I can listen with open mind to understand what you got to say. But that don't mean I accept it on the inside. That don't mean I accept it or it's going to be my character. This time I'm going to go about things from this point forward. You don't have to. That's the biggest thing out of all of this right now, man. You can listen to learn and tune in and this and like that, but you don't have to accept things according to your character and who you are and stuff like that. You don't have to have nobody force it upon you. Sometimes I can see where you can be forced and stuff like that. Kids, people you may not be good at the job and this and like that. You got to learn eventually, so you have to accept certain things because you're looking to learn and things like that. But once you get to that mode of like, okay, I got all this stuff. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get back into listening again. Because a lot of y'all not on which I need to own. So relax yourself in regards to how many times have you heard things versus accepting what's been said to you. Throughout this whole damn live lesson, have you been actually accepting the things I'm saying in the regards to understanding yourself, in regards to looking at the things of how listening has not been a great skill that you've been embodying? Really ask yourself those questions, because all this is just based upon helping you. If you really don't want to really don't understand everything like that, let me break it down to even more simpler. Now, here's the summary. So you really grasp it all. And this is just the biggest thing to open your mind up. Active listening builds trust and a strong relationship. Is it not fucking self-explanatory? The most best people you have around you, the most bond that you have with somebody is because you fucking listen to them. And by listening, you build that trust and a strong relationship. Active listening can help you to resolve conflict. When shit pop off, you can listen to each other. You can listen to whoever's around that's causing these damn problems. You can talk it out and get through it, but you have to listen clearly. Active listening prevents you from missing important information. It's fucking explanatory. There's a lot of times I didn't listen. I forgot about some things because I wasn't fucking listening. Really grasp that. Really take a hold of your ears. Really take a hold of understanding when something is in front of you or when you're about to do something. Listen. Active listening embodies you. Active listening enables you to identify or anticipate problems. Self-explanatory. The older you get, our conversations are going to go from based upon the database of all the stuff you listen to throughout your past of certain situations at hand. Makes clear sense, don't it? You can see things happen before it happens because you've been so used to listening. You understand how things are going to play out. And of course, last but not least, active listening helps you to build more knowledge. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not looking to learn anything, you're dying. Are you trying to be stagnant? Because if you're stagnant, that means you're perfect. And nobody's perfect. So you always want to be constantly moving. In order to constantly move and get things better, listen. So in regards to everything that's been said, you are welcome to hit me up, for further advice. You're welcome to hit me up on any of these platforms, my IG, Caleb, Kingship Mindset, or my Facebook, Caleb Dunbar, or even Gmail me, calebisrael@gmail.com. You're welcome to message me the word listen. Are you welcome to message me the word key? Up to you. And I can give you some dope advice on just some even more gems about how to listen and how to really grasp the concept in your life, what has been prohibiting your ears to work on certain things. So what's going on is clogging you up on the inside, so these are not working properly. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Be safe.